I have hit the button on another Monday live stream.
We're back.
We're back. We're here. Yeah, whatever.
I just muted this so we don't have more mass echoing. So
Yeah, the echoes are no good. Echoes are no good.
well,
So this past week, 7 days, I've been working on skid plates the entire week and sticker sheets. I've got regular header cards and Sever header cards printed for you. And I've been working on the Sever skid plates, both the linked version and the leafed version.
nice.
So a bunch of those. Otherwise, it's been a fairly quiet week, which is pretty good. What have you been up to?
Just milling away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Will
kind
an
of.
80 will an 85 4Runner body fit on the Sever leaf spring chassis?
Oh god, wrong one. What was that? What we got?
Will an 85 4Runner body fit on the Sever leaf spring chassis?
Should be this week.
Yeah.
Everyone, yeah. So I think I finalized the extra cab and not 100% confirmed, but I'm told the extra cab and the four-door Hilux have the same bolt pattern. So this looks good. I'm good on this. So next is the Hilux and the Forerunner, which I have the Forerunner body here. So that'll be my next test this week. So I've been debating on whether or not to just upload the files like we did with the C1 Pro, or given the amount, so I didn't think the leaf spring frame would be quite so popular, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's
But
moving.
it kind of is, because my original thought was I ordered, because I was already kind of planning on this. I had ordered the glass filled nylon, because I was going to include, since I didn't have body mount options for the leafer like I do the other Severs, I was going to toss them into the leaf spring orders, but um, trying to get these kits out quick after we close this pre-order, I'm going to be printing my butt off if I try to do that. So, one, I don't know exactly what body everyone's going to run. Two, I think that kind of demand is a bit too much for just one machine. Um, so I'm kind of thinking on the moment live. What are your thoughts, Brett, on just putting the sliders on the site?
Yeah, I mean, I think personally, I think that's the way to do it. I mean, even if we do it at a discounted, because it's an introductory thing
Yeah.
or
Um,
whatever.
my other option, or my other like thoughts on that are, if someone doesn't have a printer that bought the sliders, just email your order number and I could probably get some printed up. But if I can like um print half of the volume of like orders, I could handle that, I think. But
Yeah,
the leafer has been kind of popular, so thanks everyone. I
yeah,
thought that was a goofy. I'm just playing around. Turns out everyone else wants to play around, so that's kind of
yeah.
cool.
You leaf springers and your weird shit.
Yeah, now is when Josh is gonna pop into the chat, and then he's gonna
Yeah, we said
close. He's gonna close
we
the
said
window,
leaf
right?
springs, leaf spring, leaf spring, leaf spring. Now Josh will
Yeah,
pop into the chat.
he's the Leaf Spring Beetlejuice.
It's Beetlejuice. Yeah. Who doesn't have a printer? You know what? At this point, though, like, still a lot of people don't.
And I mean, to be totally honest, the printer I had was probably a good beginner printer, and I just in the past, what have I had this bamboo like a month,
Yeah,
maybe month and a half? I
yeah,
just got
probably.
that, so I can't talk smack.
Yeah,
I am selling a
and,
printer. If someone wants one, email me. I'd probably, given the weight of that thing, um,
yeah. I don't think
I'd probably
I don't
give
think
it for
shipping
$100
it.
plus shipping.
I don't think shipping it would be what you really want to do.
Yeah, ideally, it's a heavy
Yeah.
heavy unit. Um, but yeah,
Did you did you send Josh a leaf spring sever? No, not yet.
so I have the frame already coming that I was going to like pre-mock up, like I did this 3D printed one, and post official pictures.
Yeah,
What I'm doing after that, I don't know.
yeah. I'll be picking up a sever springer once the mail ban ends to Canada. Yeah, so we can
Ooh,
kind of talk
that's a
about
good
that a
point.
little bit. So the postal strike is over in Canada, but USPS still has not started taking in new packages to take to Canada yet. So as soon as that happens, we'll get that set back up. We currently have 2 orders that are pending, waiting on that, and I hate hanging on to them, but also like it kind of is what it is.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean the postal strike is over, yes, but USPS is not accepting packages yet. So
they didn't win the battle, so they're
see,
being
I
petty.
told you. We said leaf springs 3 times and Beetlejuice showed up.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Um.
So short of spending double to ship something
Dude.
FedEx, it's literally double the price.
Yeah.
So short of sending something double the price, it just is.
I guided. I think you're the. I sent. Also, Brett, you're a trooper.
Yeah.
I think I sent Brett a screenshot and questions at like 9:30 on a Sunday night. I think it was regarding your order, teleguided.
Um. Yeah, it is. It is your leaf spring mounts, and to be honest with you,
So
I had removed the Canada USPS off of the site, and I thought that I had restricted Canada from the regular international tab, but apparently I didn't. So realistically, you shouldn't have even been able to order. Well, you wouldn't have been able to select the shipping, but it's fine. It's no big deal. Um,
if everyone's patient.
yeah, as long as we'll get them out as soon as we can get them out. But there is one person waiting on a pace setter and links, and then leaf spring mounts for teleguided. But we'll get them out immediately as soon as we possibly can.
So teleguided being here in the chat saved about 2 minutes of an email I was gonna type up because yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I get to tell you
yeah.
personally.
So thankfully it's RC car parts, and most people are fairly patient with that stuff because it's not a critical
Yeah.
thing. So
Everyone is accustomed to the overnight Amazon Prime, so if you don't get that
yeah,
shipped right away, or they don't have a tracking their email on, hey,
yeah,
we we do our best.
most of the time. Sometimes we make mistakes, but most of the time we do our best.
Yeah.
Almost freaked out there for a second. I slid this piece of heat shrink over my finger, and then I didn't feel like it was going to come back off. almost had to cut heat shrink off my finger on live stream. That would have been cool. Put that down before I accidentally do have to do that.
The what else is new over there? Do you have one of those leafer skids?
No, so no, there are 40 of them are through Op 1 of the leaf spring ones. So you really can't. I mean, you can tell they're a skid plate, but they're not. They're in a sheet of. I'm doing them. I cut blanks of material that I'm doing 5 skids, and I can do. So I'm doing 15 skids at a time on Op 1, doing all of Op 1 on those, and then they'll all get flipped over and do all of Op 2, and then they'll all go Op 3 for the side holes. So they're all still in like a 4-inch wide by 4x7 piece of Delrin, basically. So,
Gotcha.
but I've got a fairly cake job on the big lathe this week, well, last week, and it's a bunch of bushings for skid steer grapple parts. They're like pins and bushings. I'm doing all the bushings first, and basically it's just DOM tubing that I'm boring the center
Oh,
and then
nice.
drilling a 5/16 cross hole all the way through. And they're like 1 inch long by 1.5 inches, and then whatever the center bore was. It's just a clearance like slip fit for a piece of 1 inch solid rod. It's like 1 inch 15th thou or something like that. ID, but it takes like a minute and a half per part. So I've got to do a bunch of these, and then there's a 2 inch version, no 2.5 inch version with a 2 inch ID, 2 inch 15th thou ID bore. Basically a big brother to this one, but also an inch long, and then just a bunch of pins that get cross drilled to go with those. So it's been a fairly easy, just bang them out type of.
Yeah.
The machine runs for, I think it's like 21 minutes a stick, and then I
Oh,
have to
wow.
change
Yeah.
the bar out. Yeah, so I have to empty the parts tray out more than I have to put bars of material in, just because of the way they like roll into there. It kind of piles up at the front of the parts catcher box, but oh well. Cake job,
Sweet. I saw,
and the customer supplied material too, so that was nice.
nice. I saw RC Addict say something about Sever Springer. That name kind of has a nice little ring to
Yeah,
it. Because I was thinking like SL.
yeah,
Now it just sounds like a Nissan Altima model. The trim
yeah,
package.
yeah.
Get the
If it's
Sever
double for
SEO.
FedEx to Canada, I'd go for it if offered. USPS, the west coast of Canada, seems to go on the milk run system. I mean, apparently that's always been an option on the website that I just didn't realize was an option. But I mean, I'll look into it if that's something you guys want to see as an option on the site. I can always add it as an option to the site. I mean, I don't know if there's a FedEx local to you can drop off at easily enough, but FedEx delivers to my shop at least twice a week, so it really wouldn't be a whole lot of a delay. The FedEx drop off location closest to me is like a solid 15 minutes away, and it's opposite the way of my house. So dropping off at a FedEx location isn't what I would do, but they do deliver frequently enough that it wouldn't sit around for very long.
I have an ongoing feud with USPS, and it angers me to. I've actually all the US or UPSs they accept USPS drop offs. So technically, I've never stepped foot in a USPS in probably like
So
2 years.
my UPS store here does
Yeah,
not accept USPS.
really. They
Yeah,
do it for
there's a
Amazon
sign.
returns
They
or
will for Amazon returns,
for
but no for nothing else.
okay. The also my internet provider they give you labels to drop off there that are USPS. I don't know. I'm not complaining because I don't have to go to USPS.
Yeah, KIL keeping it leafer.
Yeah.
That's not bad. But is there a FedEx place you can drop off?
Me, not that I know of. I'm sure there is. It's probably
Yeah.
closer to 15 minutes, like it is for you. But UPS is just so convenient. Those dudes
Yeah.
are cool too. I just like walk in, sit it on the desk, walk away.
Yeah.
Um,
Doesn't
they know.
FedEx pick up when they drop off? Yes, they do pick up when they drop off, but they don't just randomly stop. They don't stop every day like the UPS guy does. Or like my UPS guy, I actually have a problem with my UPS guy because he knows that I ship every single day. That fucker will not stop here unless he's delivering. Period. The
Dude, I don't know.
USPS guy stops every single day, whether he's got a delivery or not. He stops every single day and asks me, walks in the door and asks me. The UPS guy, nothing. And
It's the
I
opposite
was,
problem.
yeah. So I went to another thing that pissed me off about UPS. 3 weeks ago now, a month ago now, I was shipping this Razor 1000 or Razor 900 engine to Florida, and
Oh, that's why he don't come in there.
no, well, so a UPS guy came to deliver, and I was like, "Hey, I got this crate going out. It's UPS ground. It's less than 120 pounds, and it fits all their rules. Whatever." He's like, "Oh, this was like first thing in the morning, like 10 o'clock in the morning." He's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna have to come back for that. My truck's pretty full." I'm like, "Okay, I understand that. Not a big deal." He goes, "I have to come back. I have a pickup across the street today at like 2 o'clock, so I'll be back at like 2:15." Cool, I'm fine with that. Whatever. Never showed back up. So I
Gotcha.
texted, yeah. So I texted my other UPS guy because I've worked on his four wheelers before, and I'm like, "Hey, I've got this package that needs to go out, this crate that needs to go out." He's like, "Oh, I'm on vacation. I'll text the other guy." I'm like, "Okay, well, he told me he was coming back today and he didn't, or he told me yesterday he was coming back and didn't, and then he didn't show up, the following day either." And he's like, "Okay, I'll see what's up." And he texted me the next day and was like, "Hey, he's supposed to be there at about 3 o'clock today to pick it up." Cool. Again, no show. So I get online to try to schedule a pickup on UPS, and they wanted to charge me like $40 to schedule a pickup because it's an oversized package. And I'm like, I already paid the fucking shipping. Like, all you have to do, I'll put it in the back of the truck. Just back up to the door. I'll throw the motherfucker in there, close the door, and leave. Like, it's not hard. But it was trying to charge me to schedule a pickup. Like, this dude drives past my shop twice a day. I see him. Boom, boom, twice a day. Not stopping. It took 5 days from the time I printed the label and he said he was coming back for it until it actually ended up on a truck. I was so mad.
I don't know what's up with the service industries nowadays. Dude, my USPS all off view.
Yeah.
I hate
Did
those
you notice?
people. Those people
Yeah,
are something else, dude.
that's pretty. Your USPS situation at your apartment is terrible.
Yeah. If they see that it like is bigger than this, they just send it right back. They just return the sender.
Terrible.
Like it doesn't even leave their hub or whatever they call it. Their hoarding
Yeah.
their hoarding center.
They want your money to do as little as possible. They
Yeah.
absolutely do. And
Yeah,
then
no, actually
now,
when I went there to pick up, I think I told you about this. They said I have to sign up for this fetch program
mhm,
where I have to pay another fee to have a secondary party delivered to my actual
yeah,
address.
you're paying Uber Eats to deliver Papa John's for you.
Yeah. I was like, I've already paid for a service. If my shipping's free, I'll do that. But
But it's not.
yeah, no, it's crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
They'll do anything besides delivery.
Yeah. So, but now I'm kind of in a spot with this engine also. This
You
customer
still have
wanted
that
his.
engine?
No, so I don't
Oh,
have the fucking engine yet.
wait,
This customer wanted his machine back by the end of the year. because he's got a trip planned for the weekend after the 1st. They're leaving on like Thursday of next week. And I was supposed to have the engine back last Wednesday. Yeah, like last Wednesday. I called the week previous, and he's like, "Yep, I'm getting it out today. It'll be out. It'll be shipped tomorrow. I'm getting it done tonight. Whatever." Okay, fine. I should have had it Wednesday of last week. I called him on Friday, and he's like, "Oh, I've been sick. My guy's been sick. I'm gonna go out and assemble that right now." And this was on, like I said, on Friday. So I'm like, okay. He's like, "I'll get it out Monday first thing, whatever." I'm like, okay, that's cool, but like, I told you a month ago
It was coming in.
that I needed this, because now if he actually shipped it today from Central Florida, I'm not going to get it till probably Monday at this point. And then that leaves me half of Tuesday to get an engine back in this machine and make sure that it's good to get it back to the customer by Tuesday evening, New Year's Eve. Like, I'm kind of in a spot, I was expecting to have that out the door. I wanted that thing gone like yesterday. I wanted to have it back to him before Christmas. Now, I may not even have it back to him before his trip that he's got planned, which is going to suck if I have to make that phone call.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that sucks.
I've been dealing with shipping nightmares since the postal strike. The Loomis guys are hiring, and these guys are getting 85 to 100 with their own truck, thinking about giving up custom carpentry. Man, I know UPS makes some good money too.
Yeah. Especially this time of year, dude, they're just like raking in the overtime.
Being a guy who's done customer service for years, it irks me. I'm absolutely the nicest person on the phone whenever I encounter a service industry person. Yeah, I mean, I try to be, but like when people are unreasonable, then you're like, come on. He's gonna blow you up to get it done, even though it's his fault. Well, it's not. I mean, it's not the customer's fault. It's the engine builder's fault. This customer wanted this engine rebuilt, and I gave him two options. I'm like, hey, I can rebuild the engine, or you can get a hold of this company. They'll build you an engine. They offer extended warranties and all kinds of stuff. So I'll give you a 30-day warranty on my labor, or on my workmanship, but I'm not doing any type of a longevity warranty on an engine in a side-by-side. So he opted to pay the extra. I don't know, it was like $500 extra to have this company build this engine, which is fine. I'm totally fine with it. But now, like I said, I'm kind of in a tight spot where if this engine shows up Monday, it will be Monday, like between 2 and 4 p.m. when UPS normally delivers to me. I'm either going to have to work through the live stream. I'll have to set the live stream up over there while we're installing an engine. Or, I'm going to have to get to work at 6 o'clock in the morning next Tuesday. And
we'll track how many new swear words we learn.
Yeah. The fortunate thing is that I have had hundreds of these machines apart. So like tearing them apart and putting them back together is pretty quick. It's just the, bleeding the coolant, getting the clutches realigned, and then finishing up all the other stuff. There's like new rear brake pads and a couple of rod ends on the rear radius rods and stuff like that I have to do also, which I'll probably do those before the engine shows up now. But I wanted to just do everything all at once. Did you ever get your shirts? I did, Theron. Thank you. Unfortunately, one of them didn't really survive.
Wait, what?
He shipped me a couple of T-shirts, and they're like a polyester, like a super stretchy like polyester, and they were like heat transfer vinyl, and one of them like a third of the bottom of the circle of the outer circle was in the box with the shirt. I'm like, oops. But I do have the other. It's over there. I can see it.
I wonder. I think that might be the same material he sent me because I was like, dude, these are gonna be my new race jerseys. I think because those things are
Yeah,
breathable.
they're very breathable, very light. They're polyester. Heat transfer vinyl on polyester. You have to get the temperatures just right to really make it like bed into the shirt. So I'll probably throw the other one back in a heat press and heat it up a little bit. Problem is management doesn't hold the employees accountable. They're afraid they'll quit, so they let it slide. Fire some people and they'll get the hint. I don't disagree. Was the part in the pocket? No, there's no pockets.
Yeah, that was I could not sleep last week. That's all I was thinking about. What's that part in your pocket?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The carrier bearing. Yes, it was in my jacket pocket.
Man, we freaking knew it.
Yes. Yeah. No, Theron, it was the gray shirt with the white logo.
Well, since someone mentioned parts, I had that nylon show up. Dude, this is the like centered nylon, has like some flex to it. This glass filled nylon with 15% infill. Dude,
that's the glass infill.
Yeah, so I chose that material because it's like resistance to like humidity and moisture. But man, it's like I think that would be like my strongest. Like I might be able to snap that, but dude, it's actually pretty strong. And I ran the tap in the holes. It was like kind of satisfying. It was like you're tapping metal. It had like nice like crisp chips coming out of the flutes or whatever, however you want to call it.
Yeah.
So that nylon stuff, man. I wish my only dislike is how glossy the finish is. I like the more of a matte finish of the PLA carbon, but it has a really nice finish. It's just kind of shiny. Might wear off, but I do know this stuff's really UV resistant too, which is also kind of nice.
The pre-order for the first batch of Severs ends Christmas Day. Sometime on Christmas Day, probably in the evening whenever I change it to Group 2. We're just gonna start a Group 2 pre-order. It's not like there's gonna be a gap between when you can order them and not. It's just we need to have a solid cutoff on, how many skid plates I have to get done on top of installing this engine and and these pins and bushings and
it just helps us keep organized.
Yep, for sure. You didn't miss a lot. You just missed me venting about an engine and UPS. Well, yeah, UPS and an engine.
I mean, I guess it is that time of year though. This is the crappy. I remember one year with USPS. I think the holidays cost us like $2,000 to $3,000 of product and emails. Dude, that was terrible.
We ship everything exactly the same, and for whatever reason, there was like a 3 or 4 week span where it's like they were trying to fold these boxes in half.
Stuff got folded, lost.
Dude, it takes a lot to break a G10 chassis, and they were getting broken in multiple pieces. Not just like one rail was cracked. It was like both rails cracked in multiple places. And you can take a freaking ATL V2 and like do this with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say touch tips, but I
not quite.
It's more like just saying that out loud, might be taken out of context.
Like, it takes a lot to break one of these in multiple places. and we were getting pictures of them like literally just like broke at the shock towers, boxes folded in half.
That's a sharp,
Pretty wild.
like, that's like not even an over the knee kind of bend. That's like
No,
you put it in a chop saw.
yeah. Have you guys tried the bamboo lab filament, that $150 roll that Matt did the ping pong ball with? No, no.
No, I
That's
felt bougie getting this.
What is that? ABS GF or A? I don't know. I texted it to my brother the other day, actually.
PPA.
PPA
I
CF or
think
PPA GF. That's what it was.
no. So first
Yeah.
off, I have a filament heater. This nylon needed heated up to 65 degrees Celsius for 8 hours. That is 149 degrees Fahrenheit. This thing was cooking. This thing was hot. I was like kind of concerned. But that PPA CF, let me look at the temperature on that because I think it's like 350 degrees. It's actually kind of wild. PPS? The PPS CF.
Expecting Christmas money, so hopefully I can make the first round. Hopefully.
Dude, Christmas money. Love it.
My UPS driver friend works the mail route. He's beat up from long days these last few weeks. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to downplay what these guys do because the number of packages that these folks are handling this time of year is insane. But like for a 6-week span for just shit to get destroyed is a little unacceptable, especially when, I don't know if you've noticed, Wesley, but I use ShipStation to ship. I know you use Stamps, but I mean ShipStation and Stamps are tied together. But it's been an extra 50 cents per package UPS because of high traffic times or something like that.
Yeah.
So we're paying more, and the shit's getting broke or getting lost or taking forever, and it just kind of annoying.
The that PPS-CF filament, you have to dry it at 284 degrees for 8 to 12 hours before printing with it.
Are you trying to start a house fire?
Dude, yeah, you have to put it in the freaking oven. This one video I watched, they ran it in they call it a blast oven. It's just not a food oven, but yeah, that's what they had to buy to print that filament. To get the strength, the like advertised break strength.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't foresee. I have no need for that.
No, I don't feel the need to mess with the exotic stuff. Most of everything I'm printing is either prototype stuff or fixture stuff at this point.
Right.
I've been printing a lot of milling fixtures, soft jaws in PLACF instead of buying $30 pairs of aluminum jaws for the vise in the mill. I can print, you just draw them up in Fusion and print them. And for the quantities of stuff that I typically do, it works fine.
Yeah.
Best way to countersink screws in Delrin is to buy a countersink bit. I mean, you can go to any hardware store will have a regular countersink bit for drywall screws, and it'll work just fine. The angle may not be perfect for whatever M3 screw you're running, but it'll be close enough. It doesn't take a whole lot of speed. It doesn't take a whole lot of pressure, and it certainly doesn't take a whole lot of time to countersink Delrin.
You talking about, or are they talking about to get that flush screw head in the skid? I'm assuming. Yeah. Since everyone has to have different transmission bolt patterns for some reason, even same manufacturer can't give you.
I mean, and realistically, I don't know if you're half Hawaiian, but I don't know if you're in Hawaii or not. But You could jump online and order an 1/8" drill bit that has a countersink built into the, higher up on it. So where you're just going to drill the hole and countersink it at the same time. I don't use those in the mill, but they definitely exist, and it would definitely do what you're trying to do. How would your apartment complex feel about a giant sand-based fireplace on the balcony to dry your filaments?
Yeah. Yeah. No. That's a no.
Yeah. I used ABS GF, and it comes out with a matte look and a texture, but it's super strong. Like I said, I haven't messed with any of that stuff.
I am actually right now. I'm using ASA. I'm printing out a RAM cap for my buddy. That's kind of tricky to print. I don't know. What.
Trying to give yourself ASA poisoning in the bedroom, or what?
ASA poisoning. So I picked the ASA because the S in ASA is styrene. So I assumed like if you have to do any repairs or anything, you could do that slurry, and it should bond pretty easily.
Yeah.
Plus, it has really good UV resistance, which these are RC bodies. So hopefully I didn't make a mistake. It's been kind of a pain in the butt to print with. I had my actual first printer failure. I started printing a hood right before I went to work, and I checked it at about 9:30, and there was just a bowl of spaghetti in the print bed. So I stopped the print right from my phone, which
that's a nice feature.
I get the P1S, so it doesn't auto detect it. So I did have to check it periodically. So
yeah.
Anyway, so I'm reprinting that at a different orientation. It's flat, so I'm gonna get the print lines, but it's not my hood, so I'm not doing
somebody else can deal with it. Yep. Yeah.
So,
do you guys have Lee Valley stores down south? You can order all kinds of stuff at half price with Canadian currency. No, I don't. I've never heard of a Lee Valley. Have you?
a what? A Lee what?
Lee Valley.
That's a no, I haven't.
I wonder if it's like their Princess Auto to our Harbor Freight or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm an idiot and forget trucks in the truck, so I need to use ABS for the warp resistance.
Warp, yeah. Well, so I think ASA was like similar on the heat. Actually, it has better heat warping resistance.
It looks like those supports are mighty stuck.
Dude, yeah. Well, I was gonna just so yeah, my learning experience, the trees adhere really good to this stuff. So I did standard supports on that, which uses more filament, but it just like peels off. It's kind of satisfying to peel off the normal supports. You're just using, I think, like not double the filament, but it is quite a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I haven't been printing anything other than fixtures and stuff. The last, tube chassis fixtures and vice jaws, and even the like skid plate stuff. I don't have in front of me. Any of the skid plate stuff, but like second operation stuff, it like snaps in really nicely into a printed fixture, and then there's just small clamps that hold it down, and that it does two different things. Number one, it makes sure everything is in the right location, but also it's like a tolerance checker. If it doesn't snap into the fixture, something's wrong. If it falls in or doesn't go in at all, something is wrong with the skid plates themselves. So
that's kind of nice.
Yeah. Lee Valley is higher class than Princess Auto. Look online. I'll see if I can find them. I've never heard of that. So, let's see. Lee Valley Tools. So the local Haas rep stopped here the other day. Stopped here, I think it was Friday. It might have been Friday. Either Thursday or Friday last week. And he's like, "What's it going to take to get a new lathe in here?" I'm like, "You got, I can't." Like, are you giving me one to demo or like? Because
I mean,
I
free
can't.
would get one in here.
Yeah, I was like, you could take my Kia on trade for the same money as a new Haas, and maybe we could go that route. But because I had talked to him before buying this, but pricing out everything the way I wanted it to be built, basically all the features this has, to buy a similar sized Haas with the same features was like $180,000 or $190,000 or something like that. And I'm like, I want to write a check, and I can't write that check. Like,
Yeah.
just can't.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know where you're getting this cheap stuff from Lee Valley Tools, but like a Festool countersink bit's $70. I mean, is these prices in Canadian, Kanukistan Kopex or something? But like, what the hell is going on? They do have hex shank countersink bits, but they don't have like they're not in like eighths or sixteenths. It's numbers, number 4, 5, 6, 8, 10. So you'd have to figure out which is which. And they're $13.90 a piece. I feel like you could find those way cheaper somewhere else. I don't know. It was too cold to paint in the garage this past weekend, so I made a paint booth in the hobby room. I bet the wife loved that.
The neighbors are concerned by the smells fumigating out your window.
Yeah. Have one lowered gently off a truck, because falling off a truck with a lathe probably not good. Yeah, not really. They're not usually very functional after they fall off of a truck. Yes, Canadian currency. They measure in squares also. Yeah, I mean Lowe's and Harbor Freight are both going to have countersink bits, but I don't know if they will have an 1/8" drill bit with a countersink built into it. That's all I'm saying. But Amazon will, or McMaster Car will. I don't know. I could probably find an Amazon link real quick. Amazon.com. Why do I gotta type the characters? I'm not a robot. That's stupid. 1/8" drill with countersink. Let's see. Is it that difficult to find? 1/8" with a 3/8 countersink for $15.
On that.
Yeah.
The thing's just like, it's too much.
Paste. You'll probably have to copy. What the shit? I apologize for that.
Dang, dude.
I don't know what that is.
Robot are you?
I I don't know what that is. How about this? I am going to just copy the title of the title of the thing, and you can just copy and paste this into Amazon instead, because
Make it snappy tools.
regardless, I mean, this would probably be the easiest way that I would be able to tell you to do it, but beware of spam. Yeah, that's don't try to
Yeah, dude,
don't try to do that. Oh man. So what are you doing for Christmas? You just hanging out? Are your parents coming down there? Are you coming up here? Are you just riding solo this year, or what?
Indiana people don't leave Indiana most of the time.
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out, dude. I think I'll go probably have a couple drinks with some friends and just chill out. Really nothing crazy planned.
That's cool.
Yeah, nothing wild. Um, yeah,
You got to
the
go
boss is
to
actually
Jamie's.
asking. He said they're doing dinner and stuff. I may partake. I don't know.
Yeah. We got to go to Jamie's in-law or Jamie's family tomorrow evening.
I'll say Jamie's in-laws. That would be your parents.
Yeah, no, Jamie's family, my in-laws.
Okay. I was like,
They live down in
my wife's
Fishers.
brother-in-law's birthday. Wait, what?
Yeah, they live down in Fishers. So like, and they want to have dinner at 5. I'm like, okay, well, it's a 2-hour drive.
Oh man.
Plus, I got to get ready. So like, I need to be out of here by like 1:30, 2 o'clock tomorrow to be home to get ready, and then drive 2 hours, and then hang out there for 2 hours, and then drive all the way back. It's kind of fucking annoying.
They're gonna
But,
overnight that Polaris or Razor engine. And it's gonna show up right before you leave.
no, my luck is it'll show up 20 minutes after I leave.
Yeah. Oh, I'll be sitting outside. Oh,
No,
man.
they wouldn't they just wouldn't deliver it. They'd probably return to sender, and
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Love it.
Go to a hardware store, it'll be good enough for RC's kids. That's definitely true. Wes is trolling the bars. Wes is trolling for puss at the bars. I clicked on the first link. Seems I'm on some sort of list. So
Yeah,
list. Speaking of on some sort of list, I screenshotted a Temu ad from Instagram this morning, and not today, ATF. Not today.
Oh, the oil filters.
The solvent traps and.
I was scrolling down the YouTube videos actually before I clicked on our channel to pop this up, and yeah, even on YouTube there was the oil filter.
Yeah, solvent traps and oil filters. Your boss is an ass making you work Christmas Eve. I'm off the next 2 days. No, my boss isn't an ass. My boss just takes on too much shit sometimes and ends up having to do shit that he didn't want to do. Because not only am I working on Sever skid plates, but I'm also working on 3 different skid plates for 2 different vendors on top of ours. So, got shit to do. Does the dog go to the bars?
Some of them, yeah.
Yes. Bear gets down. Bear does get down.
Bear is a great
10 out of 10 too.
conversation starter.
Yeah. Bear gets all the ladies too. Until they see his own.
Leave your number here.
Until they see his owner, then they're like, never mind.
Oh man, the dog got me. Then the owner lost me.
Yeah. Bear's the DD.
Right. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Bear's the DD. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Probably drives better than Wes.
Possibly. He does look concerned sometimes when I'm going through traffic.
Yeah.
He's like,
Um,
he, he spreads his arms out to brace himself. He's like, hey, keep in mind I'm not buckled up back here.
yeah. I don't have a seatbelt and my feet
I'm
aren't over the
safety
edge of the seat, guy.
restraints.
Yeah. So are you a Whistling Diesel follower or purveyor of said content?
Me, yeah, I've been watching that dude for years. Only because the haters made that dude where he's at now, and I think that is awesome.
So the
Oh, that
uh
Plymouth
dra-
place is
the
that near? Yeah,
drama with this girl's truck out of
I could give it
Massachusetts.
a, I could give her take on that.
So this individual, this diesel shop in Plymouth, it's what 15 minutes from me. But when I used to work at the dealership, this guy used to come into the dealership all the time, so I know who he is. I don't know him, but I know who he is, and he's kind of always been a dirtbag. And if you look at this dude's court cases, he has lost multiple court cases for a multitude of reasons. And I also know other diesel shop owners in Plymouth that have had to fix things on customers' trucks that, like, hey, this guy rebuilt my transmission 6 months ago. I'm having some shifting issues, whatever. I don't feel like taking it back to him, whatever. It's supposed to have, this converter and these billet parts, whatever. And then they tear the trans apart and it's a like used part, stock part rebuild. And like, so this guy's been a dirtbag for a while. And
More
I'm
than six
so
months.
glad. I'm so glad now that Whistling Diesel has picked this up, because this dude needed to get slapped around a long time ago. And now, like, the
Yeah,
entire community and like his family knows that he's a dirtbag. Like,
yeah. So when I hear like someone's gotten evicted, I'm like, dude, you already know that money's gone. The dude obviously isn't good business because if the shop, like, if you're a trying shop and it's like usually like legit, your
yeah.
landlord or whatever the case is probably gonna have some leniency on you. So you gotta be kind of like scummy or just really bad with money to get straight up evicted.
Well, and so the shop owner found out about what was going on and
Yeah,
basically gave this dude 24 hours to get the fuck out.
I can see
So
it.
also now that, because this guy moved these vehicles to his house and
Hmm.
is keeping them, not
Oh,
letting
that is
people pick them
gross.
up,
Yeah,
it's also now
that's wild to
it's
me.
not it's not theft, it's criminal conversion. It's not vehicle theft, it's conversion, because you voluntarily gave him the vehicle. It's just like renting a rental car and not returning it. It's not a stolen car, it's conversion, because you're using it for a purpose not intended. Um, but the dollar amount that she paid him is grand larceny. So there is some recourse there, but it's turned into a shit show, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Um, at first, my first initial thoughts, I was like, "Who's this girl?" Click on her profile, and I
Yeah.
was like, "He's just in it for the thick thighs." Because if that were a dude, I think there's been plenty of dudes ripped off that probably
Yeah,
wouldn't
so
bat an eye. But
well,
the chick's
so
not terrible on the eyes, so
that was one thing that Whistle and Diesel posted on an Instagram story that was like, "Hey, if this dude has ripped you off, message me, tell me the story."
yeah.
So we'll see what comes of it, but whatever comes of it, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'll watch. But some of the posts it is a little like, all right, like you're kind of like trying hard, but I get it.
I just want the girl to get her fucking truck back.
Dude, yeah, I
Even
saw
if
the
she doesn't get her money back, if she at least gets her truck back, the fact that he won't let them pick up the truck is like,
it's kind of wild.
yeah, yeah,
When he posted, I think it's today or yesterday, he posted that story of the gooseneck actually hitting the truck. I was like, who's driving that? Like, my dog? Who's driving that trailer?
yeah. So and then like there
That's
was a
rough.
picture posted of her truck loaded on a trailer with like some shitty blue tarp strapped over top of it.
Just
But
scratching everything.
the picture was taken from inside the shop, like
Huh.
out the shop window to the parking lot. So the employees all know what's going on.
Yeah.
And supposedly the employees started like when they were starting to get evicted when they got evicted out of the shop, the employees just took a bunch of equipment and stuff and were trying to sell it all on marketplace and
They're
like trying
probably
to
not even paid, dude.
they're probably not been paid. So I assume that picture was taken by one of the employees and sent to the girl like, "Hey, just so you know, your truck ain't going to be here anymore." Like
Yeah.
pretty wild.
Yeah, dude. What a weird situation.
Yeah, and the fact that it's local to me is just like, oof.
Yeah.
Will you have a FedEx shipping order option to Canada for my order tomorrow? I can try. I can work on that tomorrow. Yeah. Let me know, Wes, if you can Google search and see if there's a FedEx drop off. Usually, you know, there's got to be somewhere you can drop off so that if it's something from you that it's not unreasonable to drop off at a FedEx, and just text me and let me know.
Okay. I can certainly do that. I'll probably do that right when I'm off the thing here.
Yeah. You need to give Bear a rope hanging down from the oh shit handle.
Yeah.
Give him a paracord rope to hang on to off the handle.
Um. Wait, was it your Jeep Hibby broke the handle on?
Yeah.
I won't buy that brand. That one
Um,
gets a 1-star review for me, dog.
Hibby broke one and Jason May broke the other.
Oh, well, that's the classic Jason.
Yeah.
Um, Jason should only buy like military grade stuff,
Yeah. But
vehicles,
the fact that two of
clothes.
those straps broke, I took the one off the driver's side. My wife still uses the passenger side one every single day, and I'm waiting for her to bust her ass trying to jump in this thing in the snow.
I think she needs to probably pack on a little bit more pounds to equate. I'm not calling Hibby overweight. Just saying
No,
he's a
me
grown
either.
boy.
He's a full size man,
He's a full
and
size man,
my wife is
not a full
not.
size woman.
Yeah. Yeah. But there is one surviving out of the four that were in the Jeep to begin with.
You know,
Don't buy
those are not good
Spider
odds.
Poison Spider grab handles. No
Oh,
bueno.
we're even were they just like UV bleached or what?
I assume so. Yeah. I
Gotta
mean, this
be.
Jeep doesn't have tint, so they probably just got sun baked and.
So that's something, man. Like I see people with those synthetic winch lines that just sit out on the bumper.
So
I think
I
that's
have a
pretty
synthetic
similar.
rope. I have a synthetic rope winch on my Jeep, but I keep the cover on it. This is the first winch I've
Yeah.
ever had a cover on, and I keep the cover on the winch, and I keep the winch line spooled all the way in. I've got the Factor 55 hook on the front of it, so like there's no rope showing anywhere.
Hmm.
Just purely because of that reason. I don't know if it's helpful or not, but I'm going to do everything I can to not
Yeah.
just leave it out.
I
When I
think
take the cover off, if I have to use the winch, when I take the cover off, the rope does still look brand new after a year. So
nice. Yep. Watch your ropes, boys and
yeah,
girls.
I have a camp chair and a bucket of popcorn, watching it unfold at said shop. Yeah, I should. So supposedly, Whistle and Diesel came up Saturday to get the truck and crickets. So
His story earlier kind of made it sound like he was at Tristan's house. If that's where the truck's at.
today,
Yeah.
I haven't checked today, but yeah, I know that Saturday they were up here. So Let's see. Hey, Tristan, your hiding spot wasn't good enough. You're going to get an important call really soon. Who's in Plymouth, Indiana, and wants a job? I don't think he's there, but I know that there are people. I know that there are people in the area that are willing to help Whistle and Diesel get this truck back. So
Yeah, I mean, I would probably, if I was an unpaid worker of his, I would absolutely be like, yo, I know where it's at.
yeah, well, and Whistle and Diesel posted like $1,000 reward, for information on where the.
It might have been 2,500 earlier.
I know it
Yeah.
started at 700, and I think it went to 1,000 or 1,500, and then it might have gone up from there. But
He was seeing
if you're
and he was like, we can just keep.
If you're an employee that hadn't gotten paid and could find a $1,500 payday real quick,
Yeah.
the Whistle and Diesel semi-trailer advertisement is still sitting on the side of 31. $500,000 reward for his dad's old skid steer.
Yeah, $500,000 reward for $25,000.
Dude, it's probably a $5,000 Bobcat at this point.
It's
but
like that side.
dude, could you imagine if like your grandpa passed away and you're going through his estate and you know this old skid steer that he bought, well, just even if he bought it just randomly, he bought it in an estate sale, and you're going through it and you're like, shit, this is a $500,000 payday right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I'm genuinely invested in what happens because, like I said, it's local and I know who the person is, and it'll be kind of nice to watch him get smacked around a little bit.
I wish like cool stories came out of Plymouth, Indiana. The only thing I see out of Indiana lately is just theft and family feuds. I'm like, there's more stuff. There is. I think.
Yeah. Yep.
Barn
fires, theft.
Did you see the? Oh wait, no, yeah, you posted it. The Busch Light Christmas tree from the Notre Dame parking lot.
Yeah. Man, so
hey, that's
that
what they get
was
for having a dry stadium. I'm not gonna lie. It is what it is.
the amount of trash left
Tradition.
in every parking lot, not just the Notre Dame parking lot. You could not get within a 1.5 mile radius of the stadium in a car, period. Every road was closed. They had everything from like 1 p.m. There was one way in and 65 ways out. Like every road they had down to one direction out from the stadium, except like Eddy Street. You could go in Eddy Street. That was it. There were already people lined up at 6:30 in the morning, and the game didn't start till 8. Already out tailgating.
We went
8 p.m.
through Friday down here after work. Dude, every bar had that game on. I was like, this isn't even. I went into we went to this Kelly's Irish pub, and I should have known. I didn't. That's when I found out that the Irish game was on. But dude, everyone in that bar had Notre Dame shirts, and I was like, I feel like I'm in South Bend right now.
I'm at home. Yeah. Traffic was ridiculous.
The only people from South Bend that were in that bar was probably me and my friend Chris. And we're both like wearing whatever shirt.
Yeah.
They're like the only two people not really that interested in the game.
Yeah.
Are the only people from legit in South Bend.
Yeah. Traffic was nuts. It sucked being anywhere around anything. And I was actually on that side of town 3 times on Friday, unfortunately. Not like all the way over there, but close enough. The traffic was dumb.
Yeah.
And the amount of trash in every single parking lot was
crazy.
It was pretty unfortunate. Like, it was real bad. Like, I'm sure it took all day Saturday to clean these parking lots up. So, anyway, on that note, it is beyond 9 o'clock. Our Hawaiian folks are having their afternoon siesta.
Yeah, they're having their brunch.
Yeah.
Dinner.
They're after their late lunch. Late lunches.
Afternoon delight.
Yeah.
If you're channel ship member on Harley Designs.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So next Monday should be reasonably available. Other than, dude, I'll be real honest with you. If that engine shows up on Monday, the chances of me being available for a live stream on Monday night are probably pretty slim.
Pretty slim.
Unless I just set the camera up. But I don't think that'll be very interesting for you guys. So if that engine shows up next Monday, I will probably be busy. Yeah, I don't know. I think they would enjoy RC talk more than my ass crack hanging out while I'm bent over this engine.
Hey, you purposely angled it like that.
Yeah, probably.
But
get that channel members up.
Yeah, we'll just play it by ear then.
Yeah, so anyway, thanks everybody for hanging out on another Monday evening. We should see you on the next one. If not, you know why. So, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
Take it easy.
Later.